Before this match kicked off, a man in Ghana was performing rituals. Not tactical analysis, not video scouting. Rituals. His name is Nana Kwaku Bonsam, known across West Africa as the Devil of Wednesday. And he had one target, Harry Kane. He looked into the camera days before the match and said, "I am working on Harry Kane. I have shown what I am capable of before. I know exactly what work I must do to stop him. I am not wishing him serious injury, just enough to stop him against my country." Most people laughed. Most people scrolled past it. And then the match happened. England had 79% possession, 19 shots. Harry Kane, 6 yards out in front of an open goal. And he sent it into the stands. And suddenly nobody was laughing anymore. Let me tell you who this man actually is, because this is not some random person making random claims. Nana Kwaku Bonsam is Ghana's most famous witch doctor. He has been doing this for decades, operating out of his ancestral Kofi shrine in Accra. He runs 3 shrines in the capital city. He has lived in New York, Amsterdam, Berlin, and Italy. The New York Times has written about him twice. He calls himself the Great Authentic Man, and he is known across West Africa for his spiritual predictions and rituals around football. But the moment that made him internationally famous was 2014, before Ghana played Portugal at the World Cup in Brazil. Bonsam claimed he was performing rituals to stop Cristiano Ronaldo. And then Ronaldo showed up to that match clearly injured. His knee was heavily strapped. He was visibly struggling. Portugal won the match 2-1, but Ronaldo was nowhere near his best. And Bonsam stood up and said, "I did that." Now in 2026, he had a new target. And that target was Harry Kane. Days before England versus Ghana, Bonsam went public with his intentions. He said he was working on Kane specifically. He said he knows exactly how to neutralize him. He said it would not be a major injury, just enough to give Ghana the edge. And then he said something that made it even more unsettling. He said this injury can never be cured by any medic. They can never see what is causing it because it is spiritual. Today it is his knee, tomorrow it is his thigh, next day it is something else. In West African football culture, this is known as juju. It is a traditional spiritual system of beliefs, charms, and rituals used to affect physical outcomes, oils, herbs, ancestral invocations. It is deeply embedded in African football at every level. And Bonsam is considered one of the most powerful practitioners alive. So when he said he was targeting Kane, people in Ghana took it seriously. People in England laughed at it. And then the match began. England dominated from the first whistle. Ghana sat deep in a low block and dared England to break them down. And England tried. They really tried. Bellingham looked for gaps. Kane dropped deep to link play. Rice drove forward from midfield. But nothing worked. The ball kept finding bodies. Shots kept getting blocked. Crosses kept getting cleared. And Kane specifically looked completely off. His touch was heavy. His movement was slow. His shooting was wayward. This was not the Kane who scored twice against Croatia in the opener. This was a different player entirely. 79% possession, 19 shots, 3 on target. And then the moment came. The moment that broke the internet. Deep into the second half, substitute Nico O'Reilly powered a header that crashed off the crossbar. The ball dropped 6 yards out. Harry Kane, completely unmarked. Open goal. This was it. This was the moment England would win the match. Kane swung his foot and sent it high into the stands. The stadium went silent. Ghana's bench erupted. And somewhere in Ghana, Nana Kwaku Bonsam was watching. Within minutes of that miss, social media went completely insane. Clips of Bonsam's pre-match interview started circulating everywhere. People were putting his face next to Kane's miss. The clip of him saying, "I am working on Harry Kane," was getting millions of views. Ghana fans were celebrating like they had won the World Cup. People were saying the curse worked. People were saying Bonsam delivered. Even people who do not believe in any of this were laughing and sharing it, because the timing was simply too perfect. The man said he would stop Kane. Kane had a 6-yard open goal, and somehow missed it. Now here is where it gets really interesting. This is not the first time Bonsam has done this. In 2014, he targeted Ronaldo before Ghana versus Portugal, and Ronaldo showed up injured. Now in 2026, he targeted Kane before England versus Ghana, and Kane missed an open goal from 6 yards. 2 World Cups, 2 targets, 2 men who failed to deliver when it mattered most. Now, obviously, there is no scientific explanation for any of this. Obviously, football is decided by tactics, fitness, preparation, and execution. Obviously, a miss from 6 yards is just a miss from 6 yards. But here is the thing. Nobody can explain why Kane missed that. Not Tuchel, not the analysts, not Kane himself. He just missed it. And Bonsam said he would make it happen. And it happened. Kane was asked about his performance after the match. He was honest about it. He said it was a frustrating night. He said England created enough chances to win the game. He said he should have scored, but he did not mention Bonsam. He did not mention the curse. He did not mention Juju, which honestly might be the smartest thing he could have done. Because what do you even say to that? Kane was asked about his performance after the match. He was honest about it. He said it was a frustrating night. He said England created enough chances to win the game. He said he should have scored, but he did not mention Bonsam. He did not mention the curse. He did not mention Juju, which honestly might be the smartest thing he could have done. Because what do you even say to that? England are still through to the knockout stage, most likely. They face Panama in their final group game and should win comfortably. Kane will score again. Kane always scores. But this match will follow him for a while. Because the story is too good. The witch doctor said he would stop him. England had 79% possession, the most by any team that failed to score at a World Cup in 60 years. Kane missed a sitter from 6 yards, and Ghana left Boston with a point that keeps them very much alive in this tournament. Whether you believe in Juju or not, whether you think Bonsam is a fraud or a genius, you cannot deny the facts. He made a prediction. It came true, and then came the part that nobody expected. After the match, Bonsam went on Facebook and announced that he was lifting the curse. He said, "I am the most powerful spiritualist in the whole world. Now I'm going to release Harry Kane so that his next match he can score a goal." And then he added something that made the entire internet collapse. "Harry, I will come and visit you, okay? We are brothers. I love you so much." Let that sink in for a second. This man spent days performing rituals to stop Harry Kane from scoring. Kane missed an open goal in front of 70,000 people. And then Bonsam got on Facebook and said, "We are brothers. I love you so much." This is the greatest subplot in World Cup history. I genuinely do not know what else to say about it. Here is what makes this story so perfect. Football is supposed to be about science now. Data analytics, expected goals, pressing intensity, high press, low block. Modern football is a game of numbers and systems and tactical structures. And then you get England versus Ghana. We're the most advanced football nation on earth with 79% possession and 19 shots cannot score. And a man sitting in a shrine in Ghana performing rituals had predicted exactly that. I am not telling you the curse is real. I am not telling you Juju stopped Harry Kane. But here is what I am telling you. At this World Cup, Messi missed a penalty and broke the record in the same match. Ronaldo at 41 became the only player ever to score in 6 different World Cups. And Harry Kane missed an open goal in front of the entire world. We do not know if the spell worked, but Nana Kwaku Bonsam said something, and that something happened. Football sometimes produces things you cannot explain. Sometimes the statistics have no answer. Sometimes the tactical board falls short. Sometimes the best striker in the world, standing completely unmarked 6 yards out, sends the ball into the stands. And nobody knows why. Maybe fitness, maybe pressure, maybe bad luck. Or maybe a man in a shrine in Accra did his work. You will never know. And that is why football is the greatest game on earth. Because you cannot explain everything. England 0-0 Ghana. Harry Kane, 0 goals. Nana Kwaku Bonsam, the devil of Wednesday.